Nature has all of the answers. All we have to do is remember how to get back into rhythm with it. When you're selling what you know works and that you love, then really you're just offering an opportunity for healing.
You are the well-being wisdom warrior, the heartfelt healer,
the luminary leader,
the health harbinger,
the shaman, the witch, the guru,
the guide of humanity to an embodied, enlightened future.
Welcome to the Well Pro Show, the podcast for wellness pros,
where your wellness lifestyle is your core leadership strategy.
Experience the camaraderie of collaborative colleagues,
where your job as a wellness pro is to guide the transformation.
You are the resistance, the future, the way forward.
You are the community counselor, the change maker.
The Well Pro Show, brought to you by futurist thought leader Kate Stillman and the team at Wellness Pro Academy. Made for you, by us.
Go ahead.
And it decreased them by like 75%.
What was it?
Evening primrose oil.
Evening primrose oil. I am here. This is Kate Stillman, and I'm here with Jeremy Anderson of InspiredLifeAyurveda.com. And when Jeremy joined Wellness Pro Academy, she was teaching Ayurvedic medicine to Ayurvedic medicine wannabe practitioners. And she was leading these really cool expedition type adventures and other out in the Himalayas and other countries. She's a trucker, she's a mountain lover, and she's an amazing healer. And so it's been really fun to watch you bring it all together in Wellness Pro Academy. What's that?
It's been fun to bring it all together.
So yeah, why don't you talk a little bit about this? Why don't you just start with, if someone were to read your resume when you started WPA, including all the past experiences that you were wanting to merge into a scalable business for yourself and lifestyle business for yourself, what would that resume say?
There would be a lot going on there. So I really love teaching Ayurveda, and I've been doing that for 20 years, working for 2 different Ayurveda colleges. And that's one of my passions for sure. Just being in the traditional medicine healing sciences is where I'm supposed to be. And I've been seeing patients one-on-one for 20 years plus as well. I also am a whitewater river guide. So I have always wanted to figure out how to bring Ayurveda and whitewater rafting together. And recently started doing these expeditions to India, trekking up the Himalaya and down the Ganga in a raft, and doing some Ayurveda retreat centers. And this summer we've got an Ayurveda and writing retreat on the Salmon River in Idaho.
Or on the middle, or which one? Are you on the middle or the lower?
We're taking
lower Maine?
Yeah, we're going to take them down the Maine. Nice.
Are you in which part of the Maine? Are you in the lower Maine or the Maine?
The Maine. So class some hot springs.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And finally getting out there and doing the fun things with Ayurveda has been great. But then at a certain point, I realized that I needed to I wanted to scale my practice. I needed to move my practice in a different direction. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking about opening my own school, and then all of a sudden ended up talking with Wellness Pro Academy. And it's just such a fascinating structure and so effective and efficient, and seemed like the perfect way to just bring everything I'm doing together. One thing that hadn't been in my practice was also moon ceremony and just connecting with earth in my own spiritual way. And that's something I can wrap into my healing collective as well. So what I did when I started was kind of go, okay, who's coming to my practice? And the majority of the people over the years, and more so recently, have been with autoimmune disease and chronic inflammation. Almost everybody has chronic inflammation, and a whole lot of the folks coming in had autoimmune disease. So that became the focus of the healing collective, and bringing in that vibrant energy of getting out in nature and the support of community, and the fact that, we have to heal in community. We have to. It just creates such a dynamic an amazing healing opportunity for these people to go through the healing protocols and learn how to thrive in their bodies in this structure that you've created, which is great.
So when did you join Wellness Pro Academy, and when did the Healing Collective start, where you could start to see if you could guide people to results? Just for timeline.
I joined last May, and we launched on the fall equinox.
Okay, great. So like about 4 months to launch from start date. And now we're
6 months
about 6 months in. Yeah, 7 months in. So what are some of the results that you're seeing in there in your Healing Collective? Just as a am I getting results for the people who pay me money?
Right, absolutely. For what I'm loving is that watching community give people the opportunity to actually get these habits in place. And when they can do that, and when these habits come into place, they're noticing so many of their symptoms dropping away. One of the most fun things for me is just vibrancy. That Thrive concept you talk about, they're vibrant in their body. All of a sudden, the fatigue is going away. They're feeling better. They're getting out there. They're doing the things they love, which is what they want to do.
So when you look back, because one of the things that most practitioners think going into WPA is like, well, people just want me one-on-one. And what I'm hearing and what you're saying is that part of the reason that your members are getting traction is because they're not working with you one-on-one, but they're working in a group, and other people in the group are getting traction, and that's helping them get traction.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely still a challenge for me, because I really want to not do one-on-ones anymore, because this is so effective. And
wait, hold on though. So is there a VIP version of your club where people still get one-on-ones, but they're also in the whole club doing the habits, or?
Yeah, you definitely have that option for sure.
Okay.
I think it's more shy people aren't quite there yet, but that's fine. They'll see, and time will come, and they'll want a part of it.
Because of FOMO.
Yeah. And also just results. They're missing out on the community, but they're missing out on results.
Yeah, they're missing out on the results. So that becomes your marketing strategy. I'm just showing what's going on in the club and showing people getting results with the same issues that the shy people have.
Yes. Exactly.
Really? That becomes that's one simple funnel, main marketing strategy.
One of the things I was thinking about, with autoimmune disease, with cancer, with any of the big ones where our cells get confused, when they forget their true nature, when they become separate and your body starts battling, and not even just yourself, but battling all the environmental stressors, all the environmental toxins, all the pathogens, everything that life has to throw at us. And our microbiome, our antioxidants just can't fight the fight against the free radicals anymore. Mm-hmm. So when we get overloaded, and then that internal battle starts, and there's a separation that occurs, right? And so in that separation, that cellular separation, and forgetting that we're part of a whole, that's sort of what's interesting to me, is that's one of the benefits of community I hadn't really wrapped my brain around before. I love the support, but I love also that we're trying to reintegrate our internal system and find balance. And we're doing that externally as well in community, just reminding ourselves that we are part of a whole, not just reminding ourselves that we are part of a whole, but reminding ourselves that we're part of this whole. So I think it's a bigger part of the club, just that macrocosm remembrance as well.
Yeah. So how does it feel when you feel into your collective, when you feel into the somatic experience of, because you're holding a collective now, right? Whereas before you were being a teacher in other people's programs, and you're being a practitioner one-on-one, and now you're holding the Healing Collective, where if someone comes to you with an autoimmune disease and you sense that they're a fit and they join the collective, do you have a sense of how that, you're saying, this community nervous system that holds them in a way that your prior business model didn't have the capacity, it wasn't structured to do?
I think that the overall, that connection piece is the huge piece that I love leaning into. I'm all about connection within ourselves, with each other, and with nature. And so we can really vibe on that connection piece in club in so many different ways. And within that, I have a crew of Ayurvedic health counselors that are helping me and mentoring with me. We were just talking about this last Friday, is the feeling is so good. it feels really amazing how that flow is going, because we can flow with the vibe of the club. And so the whole thing takes on an energy of its own, and we can create as it's happening.
Yes.
It's so much fun.
That's what we call dynamic clubs. Like, that's how you know your club's gone dynamic. So first of all, like, congratulations. Because that was pretty fast. It's not May yet. It's not even a year in.
Right. Yes. We're moving and grooving.
Good. So you're also a mom with 2 teenage daughters. You live up in Truckee. So the whole lifestyle side of the business, like, where do you see it going? Like, this lifestyle driven business that lets you be mom and lets you be Ayurveda pro and lets you be whitewater raft guide and lets you, like, really steer the collective, because someone has to be like, there's the vision, here's the way we communicate, here's the structure. Just where do you see it starting to go now that you can kind of sense that it's got an energy and it's got a momentum, and that the collective does take on a life of its own, the mentoring, like it has its own evolutionary impulse?
It does. And my hope is, at the end of a year, we will have learned a lot, and we'll have a whole bunch of structures in place that we didn't have when we started, so that the flow gets easier and we can just evolve and tweak and continuously shift as new members come in for what their needs are. And already, like, initially I thought it's going to be all women with autoimmune disease and chronic inflammation. And already people are coming in with just, look, I have anxiety and I want to be a part of this. Or I'm healing from cancer and I just need to be a part of this. And so it's trickling out into other aspects of this ease or imbalance that I hadn't envisioned, but people are seeing the benefit of putting these practices into place in this holistic structure.
So good. So as you look back, like, one of the first things we do in Wellness Pro Academy is help people create their offer based on all of the things that they have been, right? Like picking up all the crumbs on the trail and being like, oh, you did this and you did this and you did this. Like, all of these things are significant to who you are and how you heal and how you want to contribute, grow, experience, contribute. So how was that process of just like putting together the offer of the Healing Collective? Like, if you can kind of go back to maybe your experience of maybe whether it's like the permission to innovate, or whether it's just the structure or the coaching, or like whatever the process was like for you.
The creativity aspect of it was the most fun. So every day I'd go take the dog on a 3-mile walk around the neighborhood and listen to those initial videos or recordings of how to build it all together in that first piece of it all. And I'd be stopping, typing into notes, because just the thoughts were coming through so fast. The creativity was blowing up. It was so much fun. And then having the structure to put that into is what's so amazing about Wellness Pro Academy. Like, all right, I have all these great ideas. Here's where you put them. Here's what you do with them.
Yeah. And was it hard for you or not very hard for you to actually build the club? It was just like, do this, do this, do this.
Yep. Yeah.
That's great. What's happening? Yeah, go ahead.
Building the creative part is fun. The reason I joined initially, other than the structure, which was a huge part of it, was marketing and sales, and that piece that the club also excels at, that I hadn't ever had to even think about before.
Yeah.
So that's another piece that I have to keep diving back into.
Right. Let's come back to that in a minute, because what I want to get into next is like, how does you as leader of the Healing Collective up your own wellness lifestyle? So you getting in integrity with what you're leading and teaching, not that you weren't before, but how has the Healing Collective, how is that either serving you as a leader or calling you deeper into model the way type of leadership, model the way from lifestyle type of leadership?
Both, for sure. I don't want to be asking anyone to do anything I'm not doing myself. And when you're meeting twice a week, you're being held as accountable as they are. And we have our accountability buddies. We're texting everybody. Right now, we're in the middle of a thing where it's like, what are the 3 habits I need to focus on the most? And check in with your accountability daily on where you're at with those. And with that, I'm in that too. I'm checking in with and I switch out who everyone's talking to, so everyone's becoming friends, but I'm in the mix just as much as they are, and I'm working on the things I need to work on. The other fun piece of that too is, hey, do I want to try fast mimicking diet? Let me try it on myself, and then I'll see if that's right for club and how I want to introduce it to club. Or, hey, how do I want to bring this in? So I'm testing things on myself as well before I'm introducing them.
Oh, so good. So good on that. You know, one of the things that I found it a little bit more in the yoga teacher side of my career than the Ayurveda practitioner side, but who knows, was like getting into a rhythm of like doing something as a professional and kind of letting go some of the self-healer personal drive, you know? And I feel like the club model invites the leader to be on the edge of the community into that innovation.
That's huge. That's a huge piece of it, because it is totally true. When you're just kicking it at your computer teaching, you're not necessarily in the mix as much as you were when you were a student trying it all for the first time. And it puts you back in that role of, okay, let's do this thing. All right, what are all the foods that are prebiotics that I'm going to eat this week? And it's super fun to get back into all of that.
And I agree with what you're saying too, with like, I mean, for me, like with fast mimicking diet, part of the reason it's in Club Thrive is like I model the way in Club Thrive for Wellness Pro Academy is because I need to do fast mimicking diet, and it's harder to do it alone.
It is. It's totally true.
It's just harder to do it alone.
I knew I was giving up sugar in January for a while. Also, the results of not doing sugar for an extended period of time at all were phenomenal. But I was just like, let's make a Facebook group. It'll be a hub. It'll also be super fun to just go in and dive into all the studies on everything sugar does to us, post it out to everybody while we're gathering it together, and everyone else can see all of these amazing results too. And I get to not eat sugar in a support group.
In a support group.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about sales. So what has your journey, because I do remember when we were in an enrollment conversation for you for Wellness Pro Academy, and we did identify that like putting together the core competence of your club was not going to be the hard part, but that more of the lead flow and then converting leads into members of the Healing Collective was probably going to be where it would be a good investment as well to be in WPA. So not just like for the structure and the business model and the setting it up and all that, but really for leads and conversions so that you can support your family, you can support your 2 daughters, and you can step into breaking your own glass ceilings in terms of being able to earn with a scalable business. Now, one thing that I look at with new members coming into Wellness Pro Academy is like the first year is like prove the business model, get return on investment, get the club up and off the ground, model the way, like get the bulk of the work done so that it's just more scalable. In the second year, in the third year, because it's not a business model that we find people pivot from once they've integrated. It becomes that. So it's like, let's build it, let's test it, let's refine it, let's improve it, and then let's scale it. And scaling can happen when the club's ready, right? Or when the leader is like, okay, now I'm really ready to turn on leads and sales. So what has your experience been in terms of like being trained in a system with leads and sales to enroll for your Healing Collective?
It's really nice to have those structures in place to grab when I need them. And initially, you know, the initial enthusiasm behind it and reaching out to all of my low-hanging fruit, if you will, or my email list, that got me up off the ground and running. And then slowly getting into the rest of it has just been, I'm just coming to terms with the fact that I'm okay with the time we're in at the moment, because I've got 17 people in there. I'm really happy with that. Great. And that is going to double sometime soon. But, you know, I also am leaving for India in 3 weeks, and then I'm going to Italy, and then I've got the salmon trip and all of these other parts of my life that are also Ayurveda, but I can every moment I have. So one of the really, really helpful tools is just time blocking. So every moment I have, I can go, all right, what's on the list for this thing right now? And what do I need to do in terms of building my hub marketing? So I've got from club the knowledge of where I need to go next with that. So I have a trip planned in June to go back east and do some talks at some different yoga studios and develop some more hub marketing. And we also have set up an incentive and incentivized referral program. I talk to everybody about it because it's where I want to be and it's so much fun. And my seasonal cleanses are open to everyone as well. So those are big. Now, before they were never part of a funnel. So just even learning what a funnel is has been enormous. So all of these things of like making what I like about Ayurveda, what I like to do in Ayurveda, part of a system that ultimately benefits people more in this structure, that has been a really nice part of sales and marketing. Because what I realized in the process is that it's not as gnarly as I thought it was. That when you're selling what you know works and that you love, then really you're just offering an opportunity for healing.
Yeah, when you look at it that way, right? You meet someone or someone meets you because they heard your name for Ayurveda and they have an autoimmune issue or a scary diagnosis, or they're recovering from a scary diagnosis. And you know, because you see the people that you're working with in the collective and the people that you're working with outside of the collective and the people that aren't working with at all. And you ask yourself what gets them to results faster and better with maybe more of a guarantee, right? Then it's easier to sell them into the collective if you're like, this is the most effective way I have to heal with you, help you heal with us. I mean, to me, how does that even just feel to be like, okay, wow, I did all of that since May.
So definitely last May, I wouldn't have envisioned this at all. It wouldn't have been something that I saw as what was going to unfold. And I'm like thrilled with the vibrancy of it. And I know that healing can be fun, but, I mean, I remember Mary Thompson saying way back when, like, everybody gets colds. Ayurveda, folks in Ayurveda just have more fun getting better. And like, that always stays with me. Like putting habits into place isn't always the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But when you have a gajillion different tools in the tool basket, like, we're going to try this, and now we're moving into this piece of habit evolution, and we're supporting each other in this process, it can be this vibrant, fun, dynamic process that everybody can find what works for them. And we move together. Just like, joyful is one of the convictions of my club. And I just like to be in that space that we are living a life full of joy. And the pain that comes in with autoimmune disease is something that we can shift so that we can move back into joy, so that we can move back into thrive, so that we can move back into enjoying our lives, being vital.
Yeah. Reminds me, like, there's someone in Club Thrive who was like not on the avant-garde side of things. So it was like, you know, kind of like watching, observing, kind of trailing behind the rest, a lot of resistance, a lot of just, you know, we'll see. Let's see what happens. And now she's like leading the charge on cryotherapy in frozen water. And we're just like, what? Like, how did that happen? And then it's like we slow it down and like replay. That's like part of it is like holding the container like you're doing, right? Part of it is holding a container where the members are integrated, club dynamic club model, so that they're allowed to inspire and lead each other. It's so exciting when that happens, when you're like, it wasn't because of me. Like,
right.
All I did was build it.
Yes.
And believe in you.
And then people are coming to me. This is the other unforeseen part of it, is people are coming to me like, oh, I heard what you built. Can I come and talk? Can I come and share? And I had a sound healer come and do this amazing work last week with this pre-Buddhist Tibetan meditation with this 5 chakra system and using our voices. And it was amazing. And so much feedback from the club is like, I can't wait to re-listen to and do that again and again and again. And I've got a few different people lined up. Like, once a month, I'll bring in an expert speaker about, and the next one's for inner child work. And yeah, it's like they hear what you're doing and they're like, oh, let me in. I want to help. And so it's not just I want to heal. It's also I want to help.
Love it. And they're more like hubs for you, right? Because they're coming in, they're supporting your members. They're probably offering some sort of cross exchange where they're telling their people that so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so fun to see where it goes. So if you look at, what's your price point now for Healing Collective?
36 at the moment. It'll be 54.
Okay. So it's 3,600 and eventually it'll go up to 5,400. So it'll help you break six figures. Like you're on the route. That's the goal. And how does just that feel when you sink into, being a solopreneur, also being the mother of girls and like modeling like lifestyle career woman? Like, how does it feel to be investing your time, not just in like the client that's in front of you and what I call transactional work, where there's no scalability, right? To having a business model that can then scale as you become even more effective at Healing Collective leader?
I've always felt like I was living my Dharma ever since I came into this.
Mm-hmm.
And working one-on-one with people was always a highlight of my day, sitting down and working with my patients. And I love that. But what I'm enjoying so much more is the vibrancy that comes. It's like it just evolved into the next level of my Dharma, and being able to move forward with that and knowing that we've got this ball of energy, if you will, moving forward. It's alive. It is. It definitely is. And that's an exciting thing. I mean, for my kids, yeah, of course, they're very independent spirits, and I know they're going to do great things in this world. My job all along has been to model how we can make the world a better place. So this is a really amazing way to do a part of that work.
That's so lovely. I love it. If someone like you, right, that like has just black belt healing expertise, right, maybe as practitioner, maybe as educator, right, and they're thinking about this, but really not used to investing in their business education. They're more used to investing in the next certification, right? Or the next level of body work, or the next level of, advanced Ayurveda therapeutic techniques for diabetes or whatever. Like but maybe they already have like 5 of those. Yeah. How would you advise your future self that was maybe somewhat apprehensive of learning the sales, the leads, the system, etc., or even investing? I don't feel like you had as big a deal of trouble investing, maybe because we both trusted Mary Thompson so much, and that may have really helped us. And that you are maybe more open to seeing a better way to run your career.
Definitely. Mm-hmm. I think that's who it's for, is for people who are open to seeing a better way of evolving their career. And one of the Ayurvedic health counselors who's in her internship at school right now, who's also a member of my Inspired Life Academy, is joining Wellness Pro Academy here. I think she's already signed up, starts in April maybe.
Who's that?
Britt.
Oh, Britt. Awesome.
Yeah. Britt is coming in as soon as her internship sort of gets to a easier space. She's got a lot going on at the moment. But like, she sees by watching what we've got going on here, how beneficial that is and how her ideas of what she wants to create can fit into that model. And so I think that honestly, it's the easiest way to build a business. And I don't understand.
A business that gets results.
Well, right. And then when I watch people struggling, I'm like, you don't actually have to struggle if you want to make this a career. So when people are graduating now and the graduating classes come through and they're like, so I'm just not sure how I can make a career of it. I'm like, actually, you can definitely make a career of it. 100%. Mm-hmm. It's everything is what you make it. But this system right here that you've built shows people how to do it very easily.
Oh, and I think of you and like, say an end goal is like 50 people at the 5,800, right? And say 800 of that goes covered admin costs. So it's like 50 people at 5K is what the net income to you would be. You can only work with 50 people with autoimmune disease or cancer or that are healing. Like, it's not like you're saving the world here, right? But it's like a decent business model. So how does that make you feel in terms of like the competitive nature with other Ayurvedic healers or naturopaths or or whatnot in terms of like what we're up against. Like you said in the beginning, like everybody's got chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation causes chronic disease. So like, do you know what I mean? How some people are like, oh, I feel competitive with other wellness professionals. But how do you really feel if you come down to like, I can only actually guide 50 people at a time in the Healing Collective?
I mean, that's a powerful way of looking at it. I've always looked at it as the more people that are out there doing it, the more people know about it, and the more people are going to benefit from it. So I've never really had that competitive piece in my own mind. I've always just thought we need to get out there and help people and tell them what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. And my sense is like our own health histories and the problems we all see and the expertise that we all uniquely have. Like everyone's got a mixed bag of like magic tricks, you know, or of cool.
You're led to who you're supposed to be with.
Yeah.
And
that it's like no two clubs would ever be the same.
No,
like right?
But the more clubs there are, the more people are going to be like, what's a club and why am I?
Totally. So good. Anything to add, Jeremy? Like anything else you want to talk about? Or
I mean, I'm really happy with what you're doing, and I'm really happy that I found you and started doing this. Like I said, it wouldn't have been where I saw myself being, but it's such a powerful way to get people back into alignment, in community, all of the things in a way that with energetic engagement. I love that people are making friends. I love that we can help people get back in rhythm with nature. That's literally my biggest thing. Like nature has all of the answers. All we have to do is remember how to get back into rhythm with it. And that holistic approach with community is such a powerful way to do that. In whatever way someone's building a club. However they're doing it, they're building this vibrant, dynamic, holistic system that people are going to come in and get to be a part of and get to benefit from, and invite all of these positive stressors rather than negative stressors into their lives, decrease all of the stuff coming at them and just find peace in their bodies, decrease that inflammation, find balanced health. I mean, the more of us out there doing that, the better our whole world is. So I'm excited for what you've created for this model for everyone to be able to scale their business so they can keep doing Ayurveda so that this can happen. And not just Ayurveda. I mean, I know you can come in and do so many things with this, but healing people in general heals the whole world.
Yes, I love it. So to me too, and what you said, like, because I have a lot of experience with the business model, and what I've noticed over time with the same business model that we're leading the way with in Wellness Pro Academy is like people will meet their future best friends in your club, and they'll have a shared context around healing and all the habits that you're teaching. And so it's a growth relationship. So I'm sort of getting to the point of like, oh, wow, without growth clubs, it's much harder to be in growth relationships, especially if you're not already like in yoga teacher training or in some practitioner type program where you're in with people who have these healing growth relationships. Is really hard for the typical person who isn't called to be a healer to have these dynamically healthy evolutionary relationships.
You are who you hang out with. I mean, they've proven that. So we need to build the structures for people to hang out and meet their new best friends. And like it's solid reason to have a club. It's like your clients are better off when they're networked around that positive stressor habits that work. Yep, absolutely. It gives them something to lean into and grow from. And it's fun to be a part of. So I want to take a card from your deck and invite you to be a guest teacher in Club Thrive on whatever your favorite Ayurvedic topic is. That might be. Ooh, that's a tough one to pick, but I would love that. That'd be so much fun. To me, it's really the spirit of collaboration over competition. Like that's what I find also so valuable in Wellness Pro Academy is like you get to like just put it out of like, hey, who knows how to do da-da-da-da. Doma breath work. Who knows how to do Ayurvedic constitutions? Who knows how to like palmistry. This morning out here in Mexico, we just had our event and someone's an expert in palmistry. So I had my palm read this morning. It's so fun. That is so fun. I love that. I love that. Yeah, someone in my club is an expert in Bowen theory, which I know nothing about yet, but she's going to share that. And I'm super excited to learn all about that. Yeah, we have all these experts coming in and building each other's knowledge bases.
So do your retreats fit in? Are they like an add-on to the Healing Collective, or is it completely separate?
So the India trip would be something someone can come to, but they're paying separately for that. It's I guess an add-on, but anybody can come to India. And anybody can come on the salmon trip. For club, I have a couple of specific retreats that are more lunar based.
Okay, that are included in the pass.
Yeah. So we have a Beltane retreat going on up at Mount Shasta, where we've got a boat going across the lake to the mountain and then going into the cathedral room for a Beltane ceremony with a high priestess friend who lives up there. That kind of thing is club.
What's that?
That's the special little club piece. Yeah.
I love it. So the Healing Collective gets to go away together, do things together. And then you also have these high adventure retreats, which I imagine some people will then come into the Healing Collective as a result. It'll be like some form of lead funnel for some of the people to come into Healing Collective. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for implementing what we teach at Wellness Pro Academy. I always love it when people like do the thing in real time with us and get like the results on time. So it's been an absolute pleasure for me and my team to work with you and the Healing Collective.
Well, thank you for creating it. And I'm so happy I found it. And I can't wait to come and chat with Club Thrive.
Yay! Awesome.
Are you a podcast listener ready to guide your wellness business to more profit? We have an exclusive offer just for you, introducing our Unique Abilities Profit Consultation. Sign up today at wellnesspro.academy/unique. Don't miss this opportunity to unlock your profit potential. During this personalized consultation, your expert coach will guide you to discover just how much money you're leaving on the table from an outdated business model. Say goodbye to trial and error and hello to tailored guidance that leverages your unique abilities. Your success coach will work closely with you to create a winning strategy that aligns with your strengths and vision. Don't let the challenges of running a wellness business hold you back from more profit any longer. Up-level your leadership with our actionable strategies. Overcome hurdles. Receive innovative solutions. Take that crucial step towards building the profitable wellness business you deserve. Schedule your free Unique Abilities Profit Consultation today. But hurry, this exclusive offer is only free for our valued podcast listeners. Don't wait. Unleash your unique abilities and unlock your true profit potential. It's time to make your mark in the world of wellness. Sign up today at wellnesspro.academy/unique. Namaste and have a great day.